Alright guys, welcome back, and in the last video we took a look at the Stella Innocent version of Jean from Phantasy Star Online 2 from Kotobukiya, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Stellatears version, which is a slightly different version of the kit, and this is the more recent version which just recently came out. Both versions again available from USA Gundam Store.com. The link is down below as always, and you can use my coupon code there, ZakuAurelius10, to save 10% off everything there, assuming that the first one is not sold out already, although I'm not sure of the current stock status. This is the kind of thing that you just want to make sure you get your pre-order in for them if you're planning on wanting to buy the kit, because these kind of stuff sell out pretty quick and then they're not really reprinted very often. So we're going to be taking a look here at the Stellatears version. We've got some new box art for this one, once again from Nidhi2D in his signature style. And just because I've got the other box here on hand, I'll just show you guys the boxes next to each other, because when they're side by side the boxes look pretty cool with the matching artwork there like that. So just to look at the other sides of the box here on the ends, we just got kind of the same thing there. Non-scale full action plastic model kit. On the side of the box here is where we can see what the kit is going to look like when it's all painted up. It looks very nice there with the custom markings and everything on it as well. A little bit different version of the weapon this time. It's a lot more colorful, or at least it just looks brighter just in the fact that it's red instead of blue, and the effect parts are also a little bit different, blue instead of green. We've also got some different face parts, and so the faces should be compatible between the two as well. So I mean, if you like some of the face options included with this kit but want to use them with the Stella Innocent version, you can mix and match and all that, which is cool. And speaking of mixing and matching, once again here's just showing how you can mix and match with some other different Megami device stuff. And then on the opposite side of the box, again, nothing really to see here except for that we can see this is once again 6,000 yen for the price tag for this. So it comes out as being the exact same price as the Stella Innocent version. So whichever version of the kit you prefer, they should cost the same. They're slightly different, but you can choose, whichever one you prefer for whatever reasons. I won't guess as for your reasons, but let's go ahead and pop it open. So in here, I can assume it's going to be just like the Stella Innocent version. What we've got 10 bags roughly of runners, and then actually a little bit left there with the face options, our waterside decals, and the instruction manual. So for the manual here, once again, it's just the box art there on the front, very nice. On the back side, the Phantasy Star Online 2 logo there. On the inside here, a little bit about the Jean character, I suppose, data, and just some posing options there that you can do with the kit, just to show a couple things there. On the other side over here, this is the same illustration, looks like what we saw in the Stella Innocent version. Unfortunately, I don't think, well, is it different? I guess it is different for this slightly different version of this. And then down here, just once again, Nidhi2D's comment there, a little section there about the character design. Just flipping to the back here also, first is the color and decal guide, so you can see where the decals and different color apps are going to go around on the design if you choose to go for the official color scheme for that. And then just back up to the front once again is the parts list. So you can see the parts list and some parts here that won't be used. So you got those parts grayed out, and I guess those are going to be made up for on a different runner or something. Anyway, and then it just goes through the construction basically all throughout the center of the manual there. So let's just go ahead and move on to taking a look at the waterside decal sheet, which is a little bit smaller than the Stella Innocent version. This one has just the one marking there in black. The other version had that in black and yellow, and just a few lining bits there in orange, and then the markings there for the eyes, decals for the eyes I should say, basically, and that's going to be about it. Let's check out our pre-painted parts here. First, we've got this kind of sad or worried kind of face there, I don't really know, and this very happy face, closed eyes, happy face, and then this sort of a little bit more worried face. So with the Stella Innocent version, we had all the faces were all kind of just different versions of happy faces. With this one, you get a couple other different emotions, which is cool to see. And our other pre-painted parts are going to be the same with this version. This little stripe of green on the white parts for the outfit, and a little stripe of green on this part there for the hair as well. It's not on a dedicated runner this time, but we do have the same base plate included. And then our hand options are going to be the same with this kit, being closed fist, open resting hands, open expressive hands, holding hands, and trigger finger hands. But you do have the addition of some other hands here, peace sign hands for the left and the right as well. Alright, so runner A here is in that light yellowish tan color here for her blonde hair. And we've got some more of that on the B runner here, as it's going to be, I guess, slightly different from the Innocent version. Runner C is some small detail parts here in white. Runners D, E, and F are all of our flesh tone parts for the kit. So runner D here is in palm plastic for some of the joints. Runner E and F are in ABS plastic, so you got some more joint parts and chest parts on there. And then runner F all the rest of our flesh tone parts here on another ABS runner. Runner G is in that super dark gray color here for some of the parts that are meant to look black on our outfit. And we've got some more of that here on the H runner as well, and once again we've got 2 of this H runner. Runner J here once again in that very nice lime green color, and runner K is in that really dark brown color. Runner M for the weapon here, these parts are in red this time instead of white. And then runner N is the couple of gray parts for the handle for the weapon. Runner O, more weapons parts, this time in white instead of blue. And runner P is once again in a molded gold kind of color, but this time instead of like a coppery gold, it's a very yellow gold color, but it is slightly metallic. Runner O is our effect parts here in clear blue. Runner R is a couple of more flesh tone parts here new for this version of the kit. Runner S, a couple of new dark brown parts for this version of the kit as well. Runner T, a few new white color parts for the kit. And finally, runner W is a couple of parts here for the wrist joints. So this version of the kit looking very similar, of course, but with some nice additions and changes to the design and what we get included there in the box. So I'm gonna go ahead and get her built up and then we'll see how she looks. All right, so here she is all built up, and obviously don't really need to go through a lot of the finer details of this kit because it's gonna be pretty much the exact same kit as with the Stella Innocent version. So once again, really enjoyed the build though. It was still a really fun build, even though I built them pretty much back to back. The arms and the legs are all exactly the same. The only differences are going to be in the body and the head, so we'll take a look at them showing the differences side by side here in just a minute. But basically everything I said about this kit in their previous review of the Stella Innocent version still holds true. I still think it's a great kit. Basically there's just some aesthetic differences between the two, so you might have a preference one way or the other. Otherwise there's not really anything that really makes one kit better than the other, I suppose. So we already briefly saw the face and hand option parts, and we'll see those more in use shortly, and that's one advantage that this does have over the other version. It's all pretty much the same, and like I said, there's just some parts changed on the body and the head. The only thing that this kit has that the original kit doesn't have, like anything additional, is those couple of new hands that this kit has. That's going to be it. But of course we've also got the same base and then our same weapon, but just in different colors here. So still a really cool weapon. I really like this here. I do kind of prefer the Stella Innocent color version of this, and we'll take a look at those here. So there they are, side by side. I like the blue, white, and gold a little bit more than the red, yellow, and white. They're those. But you could like mix and match some parts, I suppose. That could be kind of cool. Make a really rainbow colored one. Or swap the effect parts if you wanted. If you prefer the blue one or over the green one or something like that, you could swap those out. I think these blue effect parts would look probably pretty cool with the blue sword. Something like that does look pretty cool, but of course if you're painting, then the actual colors of the parts doesn't matter. You can change that to whatever color you'd like. So let's take a look at these close-up side by side. You can see the hair on the back is the same, and the white parts on the top of the head are the same. The face plates are the same, so those are swappable between the two kits. But the hair itself, the front of the hair, the bangs I should say, is different. So you can see just the shape is a little bit different. Here on the Stellatears version, it does seem to be a little bit more detailed. You can see like there's just a few more lines where this one is not quite as detailed in there with the strands of hair, I think. But it's just a little bit different shape, a little bit different style for that. So it's kind of interesting that they went about changing that. You can see also here, just going down to the body, then the part there around the neck. On the Stella Innocent version here, you might have this much more kind of bulky scarf kind of section there on the neck, and on this one, Stellatears version, it's just this little bit that goes around the back of the neck. Obviously the chest going to be much different there as well. And the skirting part is also slightly different, as you'll notice that on the Stellatears version now it's a little bit shorter than on the Stella Innocent version. It's got a little bit more skin showing there. So it's a subtle difference with that one. And then here around on the back, this part also going to be a little bit different here, this part on the back. Again, just less here on the Stellatears version. But other than that, guys, I mean, that's really gonna just about do it for this review. There's not a whole lot much else to go over, just because we kind of went over everything in the review of the Stella Innocent version. I think it's a really cool kit. I really like the look and the style of this. I think they did a really good job on just the character design of this one, as I mentioned in the Stella Innocent version. I like that just finally, for a change, there's a little bit different body shape with this one compared to most of the Megami Device kits. And that's another thing too, I guess I should mention, just in case you guys haven't seen the other review, is that this kit is supposed to be pretty compatible with a lot of Megami Device stuff. So if you wanted to mix and match any parts, limbs, heads, like that with some Megami Device stuff, you should be able to do that with these parts without too much issue, so that's good. But yeah, I think whether you're a Phantasy Star Online 2 fan or just a fan of like this type of kit, then I would definitely recommend this kit to you. It's a really nice one, either one of the two versions, you know, go for whichever one you prefer. If you're not really too into this kind of kit, then you probably haven't made it to the end of this review anyway, but I would say, you know, give one of these kits a try at some point in time. You might find that you can enjoy it more than you expected to, whether it be this one or a different Megami device or Frame Arms Girl kit or something like that. Kotobukiya does a really nice job on these kits, I think, so they're pretty fun. I like putting them together. I enjoy them. But that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support, whether it be commenting, liking the video, subscribing, all of that. It's greatly appreciated. And as always, you can check the link to USA Gundam Store there down below, and you can use my coupon code ZakuAurelius10 to save 10% off everything there on the site. So don't miss that down there in the video description. Till next time, guys, have a great one. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.